Welcome everybody to the Salty Life playing Delta Green. I got song stung. Fuck
We're in
off.
sing mode, baby.
We're in sing mode. Anyways, we're gonna be starting Delta Green. This is a horror game. It explores the darkest aspects of humanity and horrors that exist outside of this world. If you have triggers, and this is important, this is your warning. It will be violent, graphic, disgusting, and if Nick does his job right, deeply disturbing. Nick is the bearded one in the red shirt. Listen for this sound as your immediate trigger warning for Gold Star content. I hate
Brilliant.
you all.
Brilliant. Couldn't have started off on a better foot.
So good.
Welcome, everybody, to our Delta Green shit show. It'll be fun. It'll be real fun.
Switch.
That, Zach, you crushed it, man. How much time do you have left?
I have 2.5 minutes.
All right. I'm going to be nice to you. All right, so... camera starts overhead. You see a vast expanse of Floridian Everglades, and it pushes down into the tree line, into the water, swooping down the channels and the canals, until we find a man in a boat. Matt, would you like to explain the man in the boat?
He's very over it. Just man in his mid-50s or 60s. It's hard to tell. Very balding, sparse gray or white hair. He's seems to be fishing a rubber crocodile out of a trap while sitting on his fan boat and just kind of grumbling in an accent that's hard to tell. It's not quite Florida, not quite Slavic, not quite Russian. It's just generally a bad accent that I, Matt, will be performing eventually at some point. It's just a bad accent. But he's grumbling.
Non-specific accent.
Mm-hmm. Just... Yeah, did not expect this. Why today? It's just I was having a nice day. Nothing was happening. But now, of course, it's time for. Of course, of all days today, we do think yes. Of course, let's just. So much work to do. Okay. So he wrestles a rubber alligator onto his fan boat and peels away, creating a very strong wake behind him as he goes back to this small little spit of actual solid land with a small hut atop it with a big ass satellite dish sticking out of a tree.
You're welcome, Zach.
Thanks so much.
So you haul in your catch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not uncommon, but it's uncommon enough, and you're very familiar with
The elusive Florida rubber gator.
Yeah. So yeah, you take the package inside, I'm assuming.
About halfway back, I'm kind of messing with the gator while I'm still trying to steer this fan boat. Eventually, I pull something out of it, and I just toss the rest of the gator overboard with a splash into the weeds, and I pocket the contents and make best possible speed.
Okay. So you arrive safely at your domicile. You're familiar with the routine at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're no stranger to it. Uh,
I'm rummaging around in the back corner of just a pile of just network equipment and random oscilloscopes, just old-looking equipment. Some of it kind of a yellowed beige, and some of it that weird hospital greenish blue color. A lot of it very almost industrial looking, but I take this hardened black case out and just kind of slam it down on the desk, and I open it, and inside there's a very old looking laptop that's reasonably modern laptop, but it just looks like one of those old brick ones. And just kind of heavily slams it on or puts it on the desk in front of him, plugs in the contents of the gator, and powers the thing up and starts just kind of looking with kind of a mix of nervousness and discontent on his face.
Yeah, so the information that is brought up in the standard fashion, it's just a set of coordinates with a date and a time.
I immediately cross-reference those coordinates to a paper map I have on the wall.
Okay. Takes you a little bit of time, but you find a map of the western continental United States. Find the coordinates. There is also a prepaid ticket number that you can redeem at one of the major airports in your area.
How much time do I have?
You have about 6 days, and there is also a couple. They seem like just random numbers, but you're familiar enough with the coding to know that you have a Foxtrot level acquisition rating for this job, which means bring your own gear. You're getting nothing from the agency. And a low mission priority.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I see the Foxtrot level, and they won't be bringing my own stuff. I'm just tearing up the ticket. They won't bring my own stuff. Why you give me little piece of... And I start packing things up. It's a quick snap to pulling some very old keys off of a nail on the wall, and a just terrible sounding old old engine starting as this man starts driving his like 1978 Lada across the continental United States to California. There's just a montage of it breaking down and just kicking it and punching it and getting it started up again and just...
There's a quick cut of you opening the door to get out and pump gas, and instead of beer cans falling on the ground, it's cans of oil.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, it looks like you will be arriving on time. Camera zooms back out and flies across the country, kind of pushing through the clouds, and it brings us to a fishing boat out in the middle of some calm water. Some rods are set up. Doesn't seem like anything's biting. And there's a man sitting there with his feet up. Zach, how do you get your mission briefings?
Well, normally what happens is I will go back from my fishing trip. I will go to anchor my boat at my normal mooring spot. And there, attached to the mooring ball, is a little container. It floats, but it is tied to my mooring ball. No one would really think much of it, but I didn't leave it like that. So when I go to moor up, I pull it out, break it open, and there is a list, a detailed order form of what is going to happen.
I love the extra syllable. Uh, yeah, you find coordinates, um, and you find a date and a time, and a coded message that you're familiar with that tells you that it's a low priority mission with Foxtrot level acquisition rating.
Well, I am a commercial fisher, so it is much too easy for me to just plug these coordinates into my GPS unit and then plot the route to the quickest route to the destination and prepare for the mission. I do have a storage unit because as one who lives on a boat, I have a storage unit with all of my not so perishable belongings, if you get my drift.
I believe I do. You've got a unit.
I have a
Uh,
unit, and it has many important things that I will be packing, although I do drive a motorcycle, so if I have to take roads to said destination, it will have to
you in
be
fact
light.
will.
It will have to be packed light then. So this will be more or less what I can fit in my backpack.
Okay. It is inland.
Then I will be packing light for this trip, but this is a low priority mission, so I do not expect that that will be a problem.
It's served you well in the past.
Indeed, it
You,
has.
you have you have a pretty good idea of what you need to bring.
I shall accommodate respectively.
And camera, the iris kind of closes in on the camera. Everything goes black. The iris opens, and you just see a hand with a pencil just tapping on a pad of paper, just nervously, anxiously, almost like it.
It's
There's
happening in real
some
life.
some writer's block trying to be worked through rhythm. RJ, why don't you introduce your character?
That curveball.
Wow. I was just like, wow, you looking at me right now?
That's what we had. We haven't even got to your character. I've already gotten you out of your chair. I win.
Perfect.
I'm not out of my chair. I'm still in my chair. Thank you very much.
Clearly.
Bitch.
Big. I said big.
I said,
RJ,
Yeah.
how are you notified of new missions?
So I'd be sitting in my desk, kind of, had several tabs open on my computer, looking at different stuff, trying to write different things down for stories. When a kid from the mailroom comes around and drops off a pile of mail, and on top would be a just benign-looking manila folder with the title "Attention Howard Tennyson, Sci-Fi Saturdays," and it would have like a dash in the name Daniel Grand, with the D and the G being just slightly bigger than the rest of the handwriting. And when I open it up, it would be my notifications from my handler.
I am simultaneously really disappointed and proud.
Thank you. That's what I aim to do. You are welcome.
You never cease to
Aim low.
amaze.
Never cease to disappoint.
Yeah. I'm very consistent.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you get the basic mission info. This isn't your first run, so you know that usually there's a contact for a meetup, and then further details will be explained once the agent or agents are all on site.
Yeah, I
And
would
again,
just
acquisition rating Foxtrot, low priority mission, date and time, location.
I just have to tell my editor that I've got a lead for a couple stories, and might be out for a few days, and then go back to my apartment and pack what I need before I head out.
All right. Once more, the camera iris closes. Everything fades to black. Iris opens, and you see a bustling hallway full of college students, kind of meandering about in the ever flowing current of between classes in a hallway. Uh, Pushes through a window, except it's a non physical camera, so nothing shatters and no one screams. That comes later.
Not a Mel Brooks movie where the window breaks. It was like, oh god!
Leave us alone, Mel Brooks! No, not that. And we see a woman hunched over a computer with many books open and sprawled across the desk. And the camera moves over her shoulder, and we see her writing in a journal. What are you writing, Ray?
Sorry. Okay. I am essentially just cross-referencing 4 different mythologies into one standardized story, and trying to figure out how that relates to a myth that was just a newly translated myth found deep in the Sahara Desert, found in a
And
small ruin.
and how is this research interrupted by you getting contacted for a new mission?
Sorry, I think really wrong spot. Okay.
You're fine.
Hi, I'm Marie. I'm a piece of shit. Uh, she decides to get up and take a break, goes down to the library to grab a couple more books, and as she's in her mythology and folktale section, she notices a book in the bottom right corner that is pulled out slightly. She knows this is unusual, goes down, picks it up, opens it, and there is a piece of paper tucked in between a couple pages that are not in English. Has the details on that, I assume?
Perfect. So you prepare what you need and head out?
Yep.
Okay. So you all arrive within a day or two of each other. Zach, you would arrive first, trying to make haste. You probably have an extra day and a half before your actual meetup. You found yourself in the backwards town of Red Bluff, California.
The most backwards.
The most of backwards. So backwards, it's almost forwards, but it's not.
No, nothing about it is forwards.
And you kind of take the time to explore the town. There's a small airport, not large enough to constitute having an air traffic controller, but enough that, it's got some decent traffic to it. There's kind of a small town vibe, but big enough city that the roads are under maintained and just kind of unique in its quote unquote charm. You find a hotel room, get yourself squared away. Is there anything else you would like to do with the extra time that you have before the meetup?
Well, as I am typically accustomed to doing, I would like to very much do a little bit of reconnaissance on the area. Kind of see what the local layout is like, what the police force is like, what the local opinion may or may not be like, and more or less get accustomed to the layout of the land.
So the local law enforcement, there is a sheriff, but there's also a lot of highway patrol in the area. It kind of overlaps there. As far as local opinions go, small town, lots of traditional conspiracy theories. but people aren't really going out of their way to preach. They kind of do it quietly to their own. So it's just kind of a small, quiet town.
I do know that small town cops can be just as much of a nuisance as they are benefits. So I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind and just try to gather as much info as I can discreetly until I wait for my partners who I have yet to meet to arrive.
Fair enough. Ree and RJ, you show up the day of the meetup. You've got a couple hours to kill, and you arrive separately, but roughly about the same time. Um, how would you? Is there anything you would like to do before you just head to the meetup?
RJ, want to go first?
Sure. I would probably just check into whatever hotel I'd be staying at. Look, the next couple days till the mission's over. Um, then, probably ask the hotel clerk if there's any good places to eat. What would they recommend?
They offer the usual smattering of chain restaurants. Um, Nothing too exotic, more so than Little Caesars or Papa Murphy's. There's a couple local restaurants, but no one recommends that you go there. There are some places like outside of town that are recommended. They're about an hour's drive or so.
All right then. Yeah, I'd just probably drive around a bit, see if I can find something that looks appetizing.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you find a Jamba Juice.
Oh, cool. Jambas always solid.
That sounds really good right now.
And it's also peanut butter
Actually, kind of does.
Yeah. So RJ, if you die in the next half hour, if you could go get me a Jamba Juice, that'd be great.
Absolutely, got it. No problem.
Thanks, buddy. Anyway, if my character dies, I'll do the same for you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you just have to kill all of them.
All the characters.
All of them.
Not if I do it first.
Ree, what would you like to do?
Well, first I'm going to check into my Airbnb. Like, helping the locals, gross as they are.
So in your Airbnb,
Is there anyone? Is it a solo one, or is there somebody there?
no, it is. You have the place to yourself. It is a trailer on someone's back property. The inside is nice. It's well maintained. But in doing a quick walk around of the trailer, the part that faces the rest of the property and not the street has a giant Confederate flag hanging off of it. Other than that,
I would like to burn the trailer down. It's just.
This is 2008, right?
This is 2008.
Okay. Airbnb
I like-
founded in August of 2008, so that's some new stuff that you're dealing with. That's pretty cool.
Apparently, they're on
New Airbnb thing.
Well, they're fucking with the wrong bitch.
Brilliant.
I was just curious. That's funny. It's awesome.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grab an Uber. You are?
What? It's funny how much
Funny
the
way
world
to
changed in
pronounce
13 years.
Taxi?
I'm gonna pull out my. Oh wait, 2008. Smartphones were a thing at this point in time.
Barely, yeah.
I had a BlackBerry. No, I didn't.
Blackberries are still definitely a thing.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
They would exist, but I did not have one at the time. Could you? I didn't have a phone in 2008, so.
Your character has a phone.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like
right
the
now.
Motorola's and the Nokias and shit like that. Were
It'd be on an
definitely a
iPhone
thing.
2 or something like that.
Yeah.
So that had like internet capabilities.
Yeah.
I really
Well,
didn't
you had
have
to
a
pay
cell phone
extra.
in 2008. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
iPhones were
gross.
2007, so we're good.
Okay.
I'll be looking up a lot of things like that.
Yeah, I'm looking up the 2008 iPhone. iPhone
I'm
2.
gonna look up different
That's right.
hotels
Haha.
to stay in and request a
iPhone what?
refund.
July 9th, 2008, you could get the iPhone 3GS.
There you go.
Fancy.
So,
2008 feels like 5,000 years ago.
It does.
It was, but
Might as well be.
1999 was a couple years ago
Yes.
True.
because time has lost all meaning.
Yup. What is time?
What is time?
Well-
So Go ahead.
Well, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to, living accommodations, but I am taking down the flag and am going to just do a nice little barbecue later. No one's paying
Okay.
attention.
A little farewell when you finish the mission.
Just,
Uh,
ah,
so it's just about time for you guys to meet up. So you all head to the location. It's an empty field, kind of 5 minutes outside of town proper. Looks like it's part of uh, ranch land, but having been through this before, you assume that the person who owns the property is another agent. Uh, so you guys kind of make your way over there, and yeah, RJ, and Zach, you meet each other for the first time in this field.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is John. I did do a little reconnaissance of the area, and I am assuming that the owner of this property is another agent. Have any of you any additional information?
I,
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go. Yeah.
I just arrived here. I don't often do field missions. This is one of my first, so.
Yeah,
Fair
first meeting
enough.
me too. It's
Okay.
nice to meet you. Did you say your name was John?
John, yes, thank you.
Uh, name's Howard.
Howard?
Johnson, man. Nice to meet you.
Howard, very nice to meet you. And I'm
And,
sorry,
Howard?
darling, what was your name?
I'm Dr. Willow Eileen Logan O'Brennan.
What would you like to be called in short of that?
You can call me Willow.
Willow, very nice to meet you.
Wonderful. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Is that a medical doctor or a
One of the fake doctors.
academic doctor?
Doctor of philosophy, specifically in folklore and mythology.
Very nice. Very nice.
And what do you do?
Me, I'm a investigative reporter for the Oak Valley Tribune, Washington.
Ah, how long have you been doing that for?
Yeah. I've been there for, man, has it been about 14 years now?
One of them public peoples, then, I assume.
Well, I mean, it's a smaller paper. We're only really distributed in the Tri-County area up there. So, well, in the process of switching things over, seems like going online with the papers is going to be a thing here in the next few years. So, me being the youngest, I got tasked with that. So it's always fun. It's an adventure every day.
So out of the three of you, who has the highest alertness?
I have a 40.
Find alertness.
I forgot that I do not have all of my own statistics memorized. Just 1 second, and I will tell you exactly.
I got my paper.
60% is what my alertness seems to be.
We're at a 20. We're in a field, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful field. Dr. Willow, I share those sentiments exactly. The moon is full,
Look at that tree.
and the stars are shining.
So
Visibility
it's
is
about it.
nigh perfect.
It's about this time that, Zach, you hear what almost sounds like a gunshot, but after stopping and kind of registering the sound, it was definitely a backfire. And that's when the rest of you hear the 1960s driving up to the field.
Missing one or two cylinders, typically.
Yeah.
Probably.
And you see this just box with wheels crawling over the dirt road, struggling with every pothole and slight bump.
It is as beige as the picture I posted in Discord.
And Matt,
Oh
you
I
check
love
the clock, and you have exactly 1 minute to spare. You're early. Technically.
In that case, I turn the car off. I recline it back all the way because it only has 2 settings, and I just kind of take a bit of a power nap.
I kind of lean over to Howard. Do you suppose he's with us?
I mean, he could be. It's not a. You don't really see that car around much, but could be anything around here. I still don't exactly know what we're doing, so
Also same. Also
could be
same.
the handler.
Huh?
Could be the handler, maybe. I don't.
Could, I mean,
You have 30 seconds until the meeting.
it's
Something definitely
how
seems a
dark is
little
it?
awry about this. I think this is a very predomination point of view.
The seat
Might be.
pops back up. There's a very heavy metallic thunk as the door opens. You can kind of see it settle a little bit before it swings out. And then a reasonably rotund middle-aged man kind of climbs out and just slams the door with a clunk. That starts walking to the group.
This man definitely has a sense of purpose about him. I think he might be expecting us.
Hey, y'all, right on time, just like I thought. Mm-hmm. That's me.
So this I think is a wonderful time to describe what your characters look like while I drink my tea.
Already did a bit.
Well, I can go ahead. Like I said, my name was John. I'm ex-military, and you can tell by the way I handle myself. I am a large man, but a very fit man. There is definitely an intensity into my eyes that you can see from a distance. Square jaw, short hair, and I definitely have a drive that you may not know what it is, but you know it is there.
And
big dick energy.
I've said this a lot
BDE.
to Zach, but this is the first time I'm going to say this to John. What are you wearing, John?
I'm wearing those combat type of private sector pants that you can get from those military stores, but that aren't exactly sponsored by the military organizations. Khakis.
Overs on backwards, even though it's dark.
To
I think the word you're looking for is tactical.
Tactical.
Tactical. That is a
Alright.
good word for them. Tactical pants, tactical shirt.
That's a word for it.
That is
Tactical.
that I am the tacticalist. I've got a belt with too many items on it.
Made out of
Okay,
webbing for
Batman.
some reason.
There's a holster on my hip, and you can tell by my very muscular arms that I am used to firing a gun.
He got that drip drip.
I think we all have exactly a person in mind for
Yep.
each of our own individual personal Johns.
The literal worst.
Zach,
Do you
I love it, man. You're doing great.
You seem like you're driving
For 15,000.
I got a Ford F-10000 with a Hemi.
I drive a Chevy truck.
Yeah, your Dodge is nice, but it don't got no Hemi.
You gotta have a Hemi if you're gonna do those field spin out donuts.
RJ,
All right,
I just
John,
have,
ROTC kid, got it.
I just have one question for how Howard looks.
Okay.
Pocket protector or no pocket protector?
Oh, come on. Like, I wouldn't. I would have my own case that I would keep.
The
in
pocket
my
case.
inside pocket of my jacket. I wouldn't have a. Yeah, I would have a whole case in there. I don't need a pocket
All right.
protector anymore. I mean,
Brown or gray patches on the elbows?
Oh, probably brown, to be honest. Yeah.
Classic.
Tweed.
He strives to be gray patch, but he's not there yet.
Right. Yeah.
Couple more years.
Youthful energy about it, yeah.
But probably. I was like a normal looking guy, probably somewhere between like 5'10" and 6 foot, depending on how bad I'm slouching. I got he's probably got like sandy blonde hair, and definitely not as in shape as John, but I don't look bad, but you can definitely tell I had a pretty full lunch. I got that little bit of a belly peeking through the shirt.
It was a very salty lunch.
I'm
Got-
not fat. I had a big lunch.
I'm wearing stripes. You.
Is that the new I just got out of the pool thing?
One might call
It was cold.
It was cold. You don't know about shrinkage?
No, actually.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was doing a Seinfeld bit, and then just got real. Yeah, but one might say
Ooh.
like a dad bod, you know?
Okay. Ree. Hit us with that good stuff.
Well, you see a 9'6" woman with massive mommy milkers.
She's 9 feet
I'm
tall.
kidding. I'm
That's
kidding.
huge, bitch.
I said you couldn't be a vampire. You can't be a vampire.
Is this
Get
Are
over
we
this.
playing Resident Evil 8? Then I'm down for this. Let's do this.
I am so down. Well, hello there, darling.
Role play. You can't start as a vampire.
Dr. Willow, I am very pleased to meet your acquaintance.
Okay, she's
Hello,
actually
ma'am.
not Night
Nice to meet you, Dr. Willow.
Grab you by the chin. That's Dr. Willow to you.
Yes, doctor. Anything you want, doctor. I am here for you, doctor. Whatever you say, doctor.
How big is your hat, Doctor? She has a gloriously big hat. Don't judge. If I could pull off that hat, I'd fucking wear it too.
Why do I want the doctor to
I'm not a
put
9 foot tall vampire with huge big old milkers. So I can't. I'm a short, weird looking dude with gray hair. I can't pull off a hat like that.
hey. You're an average weird-looking dude. You're the
No, I
average.
used to be. The average went up. The average went up. I used to be average. Now I'm short.
Hey, you're taller
Anyway.
than me. If it makes you feel better, you're taller
I
than
am
me.
still.
Granted,
I am
everyone
still
is.
69 inches tall, and that's what matters.
That is what matters.
Nice.
That is what
You're
matters.
still a solid Denny's 8, so just remember that.
Hey, I'm a 5 at Denny's, an 8 at that shitty Denny's.
True.
Ooh.
Don't fuck it up.
We all know which Denny's it is, too.
Mm.
Well, you see a rather tiny person. You're kind of confused whether or not a child stumbled up into this area because she's just a small fish.
A
Wearing
9 foot tall baby.
like you're 11, thank you very much. And I will shove my size 4 child shoe up your ass.
Tiny little beard.
Tiny little bird.
Shop at Baby Gap.
Hey, saves me money.
Hey, whatever works.
It works, yo. But just
Go to American Doll and get a new outfit, thank you.
She's got the
actually, the life-size Barbie dolls were 10 out of 10 my costumes as a legit child.
cool.
It's a true story. But yeah, just I don't know how to describe her. She's just kind of, she looks like she doesn't exist.
Nondescript.
Is she that kind of outfit that is completely forgettable? Like if you're not making direct eye contact, you just forget that they're there and they just fade into the background?
She kind of does have a stature about her. Like when you are in her presence, you are paying attention. You have her full attention. Even if she's not paying attention to you, you're paying attention to her. But when you're not around her, it's like that existed once. It's like a flower where you admire it and then you kind of recall every once in a while with just a fondness, a soft
One other
fondness.
question.
Yes.
How many books and pens does she keep on her person at any given time?
She has extremely long hair that is bound up by 2 pencils currently.
Perfect.
But she has a satchel that is crossed over her shoulder onto her side that has a leather journal bound to the outside of it with a quill attached.
Nice. So, Matt, other than unfolding from a jalopy, give us a better visual of this gift that you have bestowed onto us.
I'm sorry. So, this guy who looks a little like a slightly thinner Brian Dennehy
Making me Google shit.
Yeah.
What? Can you
Um,
please repeat that?
I'll hold up. I got
Thank
it.
you. You bless you.
Oh God!
Post it.
Oh, this is coming up.
The
Let's
first picture to
what?
pop up is the best one.
Yeah, not quite that. Let's see. Let's find the right picture of. Let's see.
2008.
Yeah, let's go with this guy. Where's Discord? Yeah, that's the first one, not that one. We're gonna go with more this guy. More this guy.
Ryan's energy, that is brilliant.
Yeah. So slightly not
Sorry,
quite as
sorry, Matt.
rotund as Brian Dennehy, but slightly thinner, but gray sweatpants, a very old Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Oh, you look comfy.
Comfy as hell. Because look at that ride I just got here in. I have to find it somewhere. Yeah, that's basically him.
You see this group of three standing before you. You assume that they are the team for this mission.
Hey y'all, what y'all weirdos doing out here?
Waiting for you, I assume. I gotta chew. I'm sorry, let me, just had a little bit of a dip in there, sorry. Waiting for you, I would think.
I don't know. I figure one of y'all would know about what this whole shindig's about.
I just got my usual message. Was told to come here, and here I am.
Y'all seen a Bigfoot? Just the Bigfoot meeting?
No.
I have not seen no feet, large or small. Not that aren't in shoes.
Matt, since I haven't caught your character name yet,
Yeah.
what is your alertness?
My alertness is 80.
And John, you said yours was 60?
That is correct.
So Matt, you noticed the door to the the house on the ranch,
Yeah.
open, and a man in a very crisp black suit, white undershirt, black tie,
Hey y'all, I think that's who we're looking for.
but they have a black hood pulled over their head.
Yeah, that's
and
definitely who we're looking for.
shiny black shoes and black leather gloves, approaching you guys.
Question about description. In a suit with is like the hood like one of those I'm gonna kidnap you hoods, or is it like attached?
Clan hood.
It is think more green screen hood, like form-fitted,
Okay,
stretchy
got it.
hood.
Got it.
Less ominous wizard, more BDSM.
Perfect.
Came to the right place.
I think we just lost RJ. Yep, we did. Okay.
What happened, RJ?
Oh, don't worry about it.
He died. He's going to Jamba Juice.
I will take a white gummy. Thank you very much.
What is this?
Same.
Go get a alcohol break?
No,
Okay.
not yet. Give it a second. So he approaches and kind of stands about 10 feet away from you guys. His hands are crossed in front of him. And he just kind of looks at you. John, you feel your wristwatch kind of do its quick 2 vibrates, letting you know that it is now the top of the hour. And with that, you hear,
"Thank you for coming. You've been expected. If you would follow me into the residence, we do not want to be seen."
Oh, I never get used to that.
and he turns and starts walking inside.
Well, I will follow in step and follow him into the residence, as I do assume this to be my handler.
Yeah, I'm a little taken aback, and I kind of look to the more seasoned members of the group, it seems like. No offense, Howard. And follow along.
I'm gonna lean over to the closest person and just be like, I once interviewed a guy, sounded a lot like that, said he was Great Emperor Zartaz from the Black Nebula. Interesting guy. And then just walk off.
Yeah, you never really get used to that. Trust me. And I will be the last one to walk in.
Okay. You guys walk in. The house is decorated, but only to the absolute bare minimum. There's a couch. Technically, it's a couch. It's completely nondescript. There's a table. Doesn't look like it could even hold a dinner plate. And the man stands in the middle of the room, pulls off his hood, and you see a remote agent. It is a person, but they have undergone some augmentations from the company, so that their face is more cybernetic than biological. And who has a good skill for this? I need to bring up my skills list.
I have a 40% unarmed combat.
That would, I mean, not how you want to do it.
No.
Interesting.
I knew there was something I forgot to bring up, and this was it.
Good job.
Thanks. Really proud. Zach, if you want to go get your drink, go get that. It would be a good time.
I'll be
And
quick.
there he goes. There he goes. Into his natural habitat.
Does the remote agent look anything like Weird Al Yankovic?
No.
Oh, okay.
So like how enhanced is this guy, like when you look at it?
I will tell you when I figure out a skill for you to roll.
Fair enough.
Or have, rather.
No, not surgery. Disguise?
See, I had the handler's handbook up, but I didn't have the player's handbook up. So it's not a disguise.
Thank you for tolerating my love of the drink. It is all I can do
absolutely.
to prevent the demons from creeping into my
Oh, I expect
riddled
all this
brain.
to cut out. Don't worry about it.
Same, bro. Same.
We all have
We're
our
all
vices to help us
gamers.
get through our shit.
I do not
Have I
like that
precise?
demon word PTSD, but I have apparently been diagnosed with such things.
As the kids in the future will say, mood.
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 Total mood.
Oh, so
Very
I believe
mood.
there is a hashtag attached to that word.
Hashtag oof.
Octothorpe.
Does anybody have science or occult? I will let occult play into this.
I got 20%
I
on fire.
have
No, I
military
don't.
silence.
I have 70 occult, and what was the other one?
Science.
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 She blinded me with science.
Science. Science is pretty. I give a fuck about your science. Give me a
with
book.
anyone with 50 or over occult, or 30 or over of science, I'll say that you're aware that this is what happens to certain agents when they have gone too far off the reservation, where they can still physically serve, but their brains are fractured. They get turned into these remote agents. So their brain is still mostly intact. It's just augmented with inhibitors that basically keep the consciousness of the brain in a dopamine-fueled state and basically takes over the motor functions. And they are basically just messengers.
All right, when he takes his mask off to like reveal this, uh, Howard kind of sits back in the on the couch that he's sitting on.
Mhm.
Has to take like a real deep stabilizing breath, and like you can see him wiping his hands a little bit on his thighs because he's starting to sweat a little bit.
Yeah, and I should mention that the face is completely flat sheet metal, with just a couple slits for the speaker that is the mouth. There's an intricate system that connects the voice box and all of that junk to an actual built-in speaker. So it's actually the person talking. They just no longer have a mouth.
Is there anywhere to sit down? Are we allowed to sit down? Okay.
You're absolutely allowed to sit down.
I sit down and I just kind of trying to nonchalantly pull out my leather journal and my quill, and I just start jotting down information as I'm observing
Perfect.
this thing I've heard of but I've never seen before.
This might very well be your first time actually laying eyes on one.
It 100% is. Yeah.
But it's not uncommon for, Delta Green agents when you're on a stakeout and you've got 48 hours to kill, you just start talking shop, and usually someone will start complaining about how creepy the remote agents are. And how it's awful to be on a job with them.
I have not seen one of these before myself, so I am going to cross my arms by the door, lean against the wall, and kind of keep my hand next to my holster.
Sure.
I do
Howard,
not
have you
trust
seen
this
one before?
person.
No, this is going to be my first real mission. So this is my first real agent interaction outside of the slight interactions with a few when I was recruited.
Okay. And Matt, who we still don't know.
I've seen a few of these. I hate them. It's just weird, doesn't make sense. But I will be kind of standing kind of in the corner, lean up against the wall a bit, making sure I'm out of plane of any windows.
I actually need to grab my dice really quick.
Yeah,
Before I forget.
go for it.
Thank you so much. Forgive me.
You can also roll in the Discord channel too, if you wanted to. But physical dice are just more
I
fun.
got gifted a brand new dice set.
Go,
and I need
go
to
grab your
use
dice.
it. I will fucking fight you. Be right back.
Brand new dice.
I still haven't rolled my space rock yet.
Neat.
Yeah, I haven't rolled my dragon dice that I got for Age of Ashes.
Nice.
That was like a year ago.
It was.
I don't
So, yeah.
have any dice. No, aren't you just the coolest?
Oh, like during the game?
I have many dice. What?
Did you not use the dice at all during the game when we played?
No, I was saving it for when you guys met the dragon.
Good luck with that.
I've got my Mimic of Metal dice, and then all the rest of my dice are elsewhere.
Yeah, Zach, you want to see what $40 worth of dice looks like?
Yeah. Yeah, show me.
Oh, sorry, $55 worth of dice.
Damn.
This is $200 worth of dice, but it came from space.
What?
Yeah.
Is that like an actual meteorite?
It's an actual cordite meteor. It's a rocky meteorite.
That's what is that? What? How many
It's a
sides?
D20.
D20. Nice.
Yeah. So I've wanted one of those for so long, and I finally was able to get it. I'm
That's
so
pretty.
happy.
That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty sick.
He has meteorite dice, but I keep my dice in an EverQuest 2 Collector's Edition tin. So, I mean, we're both cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no,
yeah.
for sure.
So, anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Matt,
standing in the corner, out of plane of any windows, just kind of like. I'm not necessarily like staying away from the agent because I know that they don't really do anything, but I'm basically out of lines of sight of anything outside.
and being as you're the only one that has interacted with one of these guys before, you know the routine. It always goes exactly the same. So I
Just sit tight, y'all. It'll start talking eventually.
I need your character name, brah.
Which one?
The one that Delta Green has.
In that case, it is Stepan Kovalenko.
Stepan will be perfect. Okay, so he reaches into his jacket and pulls out an envelope, and just says,
Step on, step forward, and identify.
Yeah, hell, I was hoping it would be somebody else. I step forward.
"Okay." He looks at you, and after a minute, he hands you the envelope.
Do you have to wait the entire 60 seconds every time? It's just grab it and start tearing it open. It's wasted my time.
Howard, step forward and identify.
Yeah, I get up kind of nervously and
It's fine. It won't bite. It can't. It has no mouth.
just lean. It's so unsettling, isn't it? Just walk up and stand in front of it.
About a minute goes by, hands you the
It's
envelope.
loading. It's loading. I think they use old modems.
Dr. Willow, step forward and identify.
Oh, then I'm done. Oh, I'll just.
Yes, no, sit down. Sit down. It's fine. Read your paper.
Put my stuff away, and then I step up, and I'm kind of like observing him while he's observing me. This is very unsettling, but I'm also I'm fascinated. I have a million questions I want to ask it. I want to know things, but I don't want to be rude.
And he hands you the envelope.
Thank you.
John, step forward and identify.
I'm still not sure about this guy, but I step forward, kind of like I'm prepared for a fight, and say, "Yeah, I'm John."
And he hands you the envelope.
You know, a fax machine would also do the same job.
I do have a computer. You could just email me.
Once again, step on. Your notes have been added.
Yeah, and so you all have your envelopes in hand. He kind of walks to the back of the room, and if he was any closer to the wall, he'd be leaning on it, but he's standing stark upright.
You may now open the dossier.
I've already done that.
Oh, geez, I already opened it too.
I didn't because I wasn't told to, but I will now.
Howard, you want to do something really creepy? Go put your hand behind his back. He looks like he's leaning, but he's not really leaning because it's weird.
I feel like you're trying to trick me.
No, it's fine.
I don't want to get that close.
I'm just gonna open my dossier and read it.
Okay. I'm just gonna do my work, guys. Stop fucking with the guy.
Here I'm thinking that tried to be a field agent. I thought it might be fun. I thought maybe get out of the office, maybe get out of the research, like maybe create your own stories instead of listening to others. Like I don't fucking know.
I feel like
Here we
somebody
go.
clicked on
This
the-
job has very good benefits. And they may not be benefits, they may be negatives, but it is very good. I don't know what you are complaining about. You get to kill things. You get to shoot guns. What else does a human need?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Howard's gonna get real serious for a second, and just be like, "Wait, hold on. You guys are getting benefits?"
No, they are mostly negatives, but you still get to murder, and that is the best benefit of all.
Oh,
I
good.
pull out my leather notebook and I make an additional note.
Do not worry, they bring one of these every single time. I'm talking about you, not the robot face, not bad Doctor Who villain.
Yes, they do bring one of me every time because I am necessary.
Sometimes.
We're good.
Moving on.
Moving
You
right.
guys read the dossiers.
Trying to read the dossiers, but freaking it's double moving. Jesus.
This is exactly how I expected it to go. Let's be real. So you guys see that this mission is mission 1048.
Okay.
It is not uncommon for missions to have numbers, but they can also be given any kind of designation. And as far as you can tell, they're non-sequential. So it is just to create a title for the records.
What is the mission number again? Please?
1048.
Is there a tack in there, or is it 1048, or is it 10 tack 48?
It is literally 1048.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you said 1040, I wasn't sure if it was like separate.
No, there's no
Delineation.
thank you. Almost said bottle cap, but I'm running this game, so I can't just say that willy-nilly. It has consequences now.
When you
No!
can.
I mean, I could.
Can't be better than Troy.
So reading the dossier, there's a lot of local weather intelligence, local flora and fauna, and then you get to the mission briefing section, and it appears that there has been a monitored person that has fallen off of surveillance. Who is an experienced Delta Green agent? Okay, so we have Stepan, and that's it.
All
What about John?
Um,
John's just ready to kill shit.
I don't think I'm that experienced.
Okay. So Stepan, you know that a monitored person is a person who either has experienced minor supernatural events or has the possibility to experience minor supernatural events.
I was one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the agency doesn't interfere with their life. They just monitor them in case a mission has to be generated. And this person is Klaus Carver,
Is that a C or a K?
as a K.
Thank you. Klaus.
Is that a KK or a KC?
KC. Klaus with a K, Carver with a C.
Looking out
he
for
hasn't
you,
been-
Dr. Willow.
Thank you. Can I get age, description, things like that?
Yeah, he is in his mid-70s. He is tall, but lightweight, narrow frame. Doesn't pay too much attention to his looks, but he's a creature of habit. So he gets a weekly haircut, which he has missed the last 2 weeks of appointments. He goes shopping every other day, which he also has not done in 2 weeks. He would get his morning coffee at the local coffee shop at between 7 o'clock and 7:10 every morning, and again, they haven't seen him in 2 weeks. You're also given the reason that he was a monitored person. Growing up and even through his adulthood, minor supernatural events seemed to happen within his proximity, but never directly related to him or affected him. And he became he was a carpenter, but when he retired, he became a hobbyist toy maker.
How long have we been monitoring him?
The agency has been monitoring him since he was 9 years old, when both of his parents seemed to spontaneously combust at the same time.
So as I'm reading this and think, ooh, this okay.
There is also some heavily redacted mission information of an event when he was 14, where he had a group of friends that he spent every day with, and one afternoon, all of those friends went missing, and none of their direct relatives had any memory of those children. It was only the periphery relatives and school staff that remembered those kids existing. And Klaus has no memory of those people. So this kind of shit was going on. And when he retired, he moved to a small town about half an hour north of where you currently are. And you were given coordinates and directions. Take I-5 north to this exit. Looks like it's about 20 minutes on the highway and then 15, 20 minutes into the sticks. And your mission is to find out why he is missing and reestablish either he is no longer a monitorable asset or re-engage monitoring.
Well, I do have several questions regarding this individual. I don't know how much more intelligence I'm going to get out of Mr. Robot fucking face.
Yeah, the answer to that is none.
Fair.
Well, first things first. Real quick, as I'm going over the documentation, is there any, like, where does he get his hair cut at? Where does he, like, he said he was a carpenter at one point. Let me write that down once more.
What is your bureaucracy?
40%.
Okay. You're able to, like, you know where to look because you're given a very large stack of papers.
This is my happy place.
Yeah. So you're familiar with, like, you can look at a page, know that it doesn't have the information that you want, and you're able to rifle through it pretty quick.
I've got a pile of discarded papers on the couch.
I reach into my little side satchel. I grab out an additional notebook that's just a plain little composition book, and I start looking through and jotting down notes that seem important.
Okay. So
Like-
what would you like to know?
Okay, give me one. Okay, where does he work?
When he was working, he was a contract carpenter, usually for construction. But when his children started their own arts and crafts company, he would on the weekends make wood carving projects for them to sell at their shop.
What's the shop called?
The shop was called Arts and Klaus.
Aww, he's like Santa Claus.
Does he have Etsy
Yeah.
store?
I just started writing Santa Claus. Oh my
2005,
god,
I
I'm gonna
checked.
fucking lose.
Oh, it was? Yeah, they absolutely sold shit on Etsy.
Arts and Claus.
100%. There's Etsy shit.
So-
But he would, as far as his contract work goes, he traveled all over the Western United States. You know, as a contractor, you go where the work is. And he was very well regarded and considered highly skilled. Is there anything else you guys would like to know?
Does this farmhouse have a network connection?
Negative. This farmhouse is dark. But with Dr.
What does he get
Willow's
his-
bureaucracy, I'll let everybody ask questions.
I also have bureaucracy that I'm using my own.
Where does he get his hair cut at?
He gets his haircut at the place literally doesn't have a name. It's just the haircut place.
It's Jim's. You go to Jim's.
It's the downstairs of someone's house that they turned into a 2-chair hairstylist.
Sounds legit.
Did we get a home address for this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a home address for him with directions on how to get there.
From observation, is he close with his neighbors? Does he have any friends? Any place that he typically goes to? Because if he's been missing if he's a creature of habit and has been missing for 2 weeks, someone would have said something by now. He's 70 years old, be missing for 2 weeks. I'd be a little suspicious.
So from what the agency has been able to gather, the locals are fond of him. None are particularly close, but everyone regards him well. He at one point there was a sickness that rolled through the town that he retired to. Like a bunch of people were getting a flu, and he didn't have money to help, and he was kind of unknown at this time, kind of just a kooky old man that moved in. But then he started to donate toys to local charities during this thing, and so that's when the town kind of embraced him as a local, for lack of a better term. And he continued that tradition by donating toys all over the United States.
If anything happens to this, I don't know Klaus. I haven't known Klaus for very long, but if anything happens to Klaus, I am killing everyone in this stream. I don't
I-
even know.
Well, let's
Pure
go to the
precious.
game thing, guys.
Pure precious.
I don't think you know what game you're playing.
I do have an extremely unsettling feeling about Klaus. I do not
like
trust this man whatsoever.
I'm right here.
He's not real. He's not real.
You don't gotta talk about me like that.
No,
Two
wait,
quick things.
Klaus is not right here. He's 30 minutes away.
You don't trust this man? I'm
No.
running the damn game.
No, I do not trust Klaus. I do have a question, though. I do have 40% in persuade. Can I persuade the robot face man to do...
You can talk to him all you want. What you want to say?
I
let's
want
do
to
this.
say, what happened 2 weeks ago?
I believe that is our job to find out.
I am not briefed on your mission, John.
I want to also ask,
You might as well not. Resistance is futile, huh? Yes. It's fine.
it may very well be, but I do have many questions.
You don't need to laugh. Please stop.
Stop.
I do not
Well,
trust
that's
this
all
Klaus man. I do not trust him at one bit.
Refrain from discussing the mission.
Roger that. Roger that, sir. I will continue on with the mission. My apologies. I will not question anymore.
Apology noted.
He will remember this.
Two quick questions. One, driver's license info. Available? Does he have Does he drive?
He does not drive himself.
Okay.
He walks, and
Okay.
if there's somewhere that he can't walk, then he usually has someone else drive him.
Fair enough. Pretty sure I know the answer to this, but any like travel bookings on Travelocity or anything like that?
Nope, he's kind of a homebody.
Okay.
Oh, quick correction. He walks everywhere and does not drive himself when he has to go outside of town, but he does own a pickup.
Old pickup, new pickup.
It's an old Chevy Stepside, and he tends to load up the pickup and then have someone else drive it, like when there's a delivery of toys or shopping or whatever.
Who is
or-
assisting this man?
Very rarely, he will get a load of raw materials and drive them up to his workshop himself, but it's backcountry roads, and so he can go as slow as he needs to
Who? Well,
without
Where's the
bothering
location?
anyone.
do we know who is assisting this man, or is it just some unnamed?
Various townspeople.
Various townspeople.
Various
Suspicious.
townspeople. He usually has a woman named Diane help him, but it's not always her. Sometimes it's the person that cut his hair will walk home with him and then drive the truck, or he'll go grocery shopping and someone will be getting off work and they'll help him out. He just kind of grabs whoever.
Well, I think we have a place to start. We can either go to his grandkids' shop, Arts and Klaus. We could probably use Howard's job as an investigative journalist or a journalist. We can try to do an article on this person to be like, hey, we're trying to get a hold of this man for an interview. Have you seen him recently? It's just a
I could
start.
do some Overwatch on the subject from well beyond his line of sight. I do have my binoculars. I bring them with me everywhere. I do have my rifle sight, and I can take a position of high altitude and keep an eye on him.
I don't think that's going to be absolutely necessary. We could probably just walk up there and
Just gotta find him first.
yeah, maybe.
Yes, we will find him, and I will keep my eyes upon him. It's just what I do. I won't pull no triggers, but I will keep my eyes on him.
Okay, G.I. Joe.
But he's just like 70, He's just some. He's a
I
little
do
man.
not trust
Old
this
man
man.
who makes toys. He's
I
an
do
old man
not.
who makes
I
toys.
do not trust this man. There is something off about him.
I think we all might be just a little wound up, being the mission. I feel like we just need to woosah a little bit and bring it down. I think we'll be all good.
Are you telling a former soldier to woosah?
I believe he just did.
I wouldn't presume to tell you to do anything. I just think as a group that maybe we need to.
So you're telling Dr. Willow to Wusaw?
Well, if she feels like a woosah.
Or are you telling Stepan to Wusaw? Who are you telling to Wusaw?
Look, put easy on the trigger finger. We have job to do. Let's go do job, please. Let's get away from creepy robot villain and go.
Well, there is no finger on no trigger. I am just saying I will observe this
we have
man.
job to do. Time is wasting.
Roll out.
Go missing. Yes.
Roll out. Let's roll out.
We'll be rolling out. Yes.
Oh, Zach, you're making my job so much easier. Just hey, Zach, did you know that oh fuck, what's your name? I wrote it down. Did you know that Howard was talking shit about John?
Was Howard talking shit about John? John being me, Howard being you? That is not going to comply.
I have 37 confirmed kills.
So, I have an important question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You have a short but distinct road trip in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking a motorcycle and a jalopy? Or are you taking...
It's a lotta.
Well, I will be riding my motorcycle. I will be riding my motorcycle.
How would you all like to travel?
It's a lot of Riva. Specifically.
I can carry one person on the back of my motorcycle, but do not expect...
2105.
On the drive down, I did rent a 2004 Hyundai Sonata. So
how many miles did you rent that for?
It's a good amount.
A good amount. Mm-hmm.
The
typical city slicker.
The agency has a good relationship with Progressive, and we have an understanding that we rent cars a lot. There's a lot of trips and road trips that we do.
Did Mr. Robot fucking face back you up on that one?
No, this is purely out of the coffers of the Oak Valley Tribune.
I will not validate your parking.
This is a farmhouse. Is there a valet outside?
I'm walking out the door and walking to my car.
I am hopping on my motorcycle. I will see you all at the destination, and I will be doing recon. First thing, first light.
You're taking a caravan.
Hooah!
If someone's riding shotgun in my car, I look across the roof and say, "You need to lift a little before you push, and then you just pull really hard. It sticks a little."
Climb into the window.
This is a smart decision, yes.
Do I get stuck in the window?
Let me roll it down for you, and I open my door.
It is best to take separate vehicles because if one enemy takes out one vehicle, we do not all want to be dismembered.
We are looking for a 70-year-old man to check up on him. Calm the fuck down, Cobra.
My drive skill is 20%.
And what is Howard's drive skill?
You're supposed to have a drive skill.
You may have a drive skill if you have practice driving. Myself, I have taken many tactical driving schools and trainings.
That's heavy machinery, correct?
That's
RJ, do you
know? It's drive.
I do have a drive skill. I know vehicles.
You're not driving. Don't worry about it. RJ, do you have a drive skill?
Yeah, I have the default 20%.
I got my license a week ago.
Okay. And John.
40%. Thank you very much. I have spent much of my life driving.
All right. So yeah, you guys head up.
Most of my leg broken down on side of the road.
What's playing on the radio in Stepan's car?
You think there's radio?
That's what I thought.
You're cute.
You think the people would give the people radio? Radio's for bourgeoisie.
I'm so happy right now.
Sorry, there's no... So, I have a Walkman connected by an aux cable to an external speaker that's plugged into the cigarette lighter.
Brilliant.
It's just like on the between the seat.
Just straight up the Tetris theme song.
So you guys,
Yeah. Right now, I've got a Judas Priest cassette in. A Judas Priest cassette's in there. Why not? It's Hellbent for Leather. It's a good song.
You guys drive up to the location uneventfully. It's easy drive up the freeway, and then things kind of slow down as you're driving into the sticks. There's a quaint little town. It's got some charm to it.
Really cool theater.
Sure.
Oh fuck.
Loosely, let's see if I can remember the town name.
Or something.
Anderson?
Redbro? Redbarrow.
Redmond.
No, I was trying to
Andreessen.
think of something clever for Cottonwood, but it didn't come. But yeah, so you guys.
Wool boner.
Yep.
Polyester wood.
Wool boner. I'm
Oh.
going with wool boner.
So you guys drive through the town. The house is outside of the town a little ways, and you all kind of pull up, and you guys look around, and with your alertness skills, you got some funny looks driving through town because vehicles that weren't immediately recognized, and a motorcycle on these roads. Gasp. But yeah, it didn't look like anyone's following you. There's no one around. There's no neighbors anywhere within eyeshot. It's really just kind of isolated. And it's just a small little cozy house, and an empty driveway in front of it.
Is there a garage?
There's not a garage.
External garage? Shed?
Negative.
How is the surrounding landscape?
Woodland, thick woodland.
Flat,
Bring my-
The
hilly.
woodiest of woods.
Is it
I'm
flat
going
or
to guess
hilly?
there's not a-
It's very hilly.
Really hilly.
And
So
the roads are very loose gravel.
what I want to do is I want to take a position somewhere up a hill that I can just keep tabs on this person and watch their goings and comings for a while and see what kind of person they are, what their habits are, what
That's
they
an
are up
idea.
to. That's what I'll...
I don't think our army friend understands what we do as we're driving for this 20 minutes. Sorry.
So,
our army friend understands what we do here.
Are we not... Wait, what?
Oh, Attica, pause.
Yeah, please pause for me. What's going... Wait, what?
Oh, so this man's missing. We're trying to find out where he is.
Oh, he's missing.
Yeah, he's missing. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were trying to figure out what we was up to for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, he's
we
he's
are.
missing for 2 weeks. We got to find out where he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought...
Oh, you're good.
All good. All good.
oh, dude, it happens.
I love the
That's why I was like, observe him and see what he's up to for the last 2 weeks. Was like...
Your gung-ho-ness to like...
That's great.
We're
That's
gonna find
so
this.
in line.
Know everything
Perfect.
about him.
I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. He doesn't go get his
No,
goddamn haircut.
I wanted to observe and report like Paul Blart.
Hey, you miss your goddamn haircut appointment, motherfucker.
You only got a copy in 2 weeks. Those baristas miss you.
Oh God, that changes everything.
Goddamn.
That changes so many things. I didn't catch that he was missing. I thought he was being suspicious.
No, yeah, he just has a weird shit happening around, which I have some notes for that on. If anyone's interested, I have some theories already.
Well, oh God, we're gonna have to convene. Okay, I'm sorry.
Would you still like to take an Overwatch position?
Well, not if he's missing. That would not make any sense.
This motherfucker goes home, I'm gonna shoot his ass.
I thought we were observing to see what his suspicious actions were, not that he was missing.
It's super suspicious that he's missing, and we need to find out why.
I just need to let you guys know that I know his mic is muted, but I hear RJ cackling from down the hall.
Fuck you, RJ. Fuck you.
Zach, it has absolutely happened to me. You are in good company
You are,
if you can
you
call
are
it
so
that.
good.
Fuck, it happened to me this morning.
Yep.
Dude, I forgot we were even
happens.
playing today. I forgot
happens.
today was Saturday.
That's true.
So,
That's
so, now that everyone's on the same page,
I have to like restart my entire investigative theory.
no,
With it.
you're good.
Go with it.
You're good.
Fine. Lean into it.
Now that
Fuck
everyone's
you,
on the same
RJ.
page,
You were
How?
really thrown off by iRobot. That's all that happened. You were just thrown off. It's okay.
Really thrown off.
Yeah.
Well, so he's missing. He's been missing for the 2 weeks. Okay, fuck. Okay, goddamn. Oh no, yeah, fuck everything I said. No wonder y'all were making fun of me. I'm like, how is this not common sense?
I will defend your property from you.
Oh my
Okay.
So hold your ground straight. Shit.
I'm gonna hold your ground for you.
Okay, so what I am gonna do is, what time are we arriving in this town?
I will say it is mid-afternoon. You have
Mid-afternoon.
plenty of day left.
Okay, so considering this folk be missing, and he has a tight constituent upon this town, I will start with who I know his associates are and question into where he may have gone.
Ooh.
First,
Oh, go ahead, Nick.
I need you guys to tell me. Are you going to go to the residence, or are you going to start talking to the townspeople?
House.
I personally would like to take Howard into town to kind of get an idea on what we have what the dossier says. I want to know exactly what the people really think of him, and if they've been noticing that he's been gone, how they feel about that.
So you need to convince Stepan not to drive to the house.
What
'Cause he wants to go to the house.
Or you could ride with Howard.
what skill would that be under?
For you?
Like for like going to the house and looking around versus going and talking to
Search.
people. Search? Okay, so I do have a 40% search. I guess I
Ooh, I have a 6.
Let me ask you this. Which would John prioritize? Gathering intel or scoping out the location?
well, considering what my last plan was, even as folly as it may have been, scoping
Still a
out the
plan.
situation would probably be my first go-to.
If you need to Overwatch, you could watch me go through his stuff.
I will overwatch you do that. My search is 40%.
And where would Howard like to go?
I mean, if the doctor wants to go into town, you're more than willing to go with it.
The good doctor typically knows what she is doing.
So just to make sure I'm on the same page, we have Stepan and John going to the house, and we have Dr. Willow and Howard going to town.
Step on.
First session, split that party.
Before we split up, should we exchange phone information so we have ways to contact each other?
I do have a burner phone I keep on me at all times.
Yeah, are we not assigned like Delta Green phones? Just for
Because this mission has an acquisition level of Foxtrot, you are given literally nothing that you didn't bring.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I say we give out numbers.
The other agents have been known to refer to these as charity cases.
Ah. Okay.
It ends up costing you more money than you make.
We perform wellness
I
check
just want
on
to make
old
sure
man.
this old man is all right. That's all I care about.
Let's all reconvene later when you finish your canvassing a village. We meet back at his house.
Okay.
I do not trust this old man. I do not.
2 hours later.
This is why you do not trust old man, because old man has things happen around him, not to him. So
I
if things
do
go
not
to
trust
happen,
any
it will
man.
happen- It will happen to us.
Same. What you say.
I'm ready for any situation. I will not trust a single person ever in my life.
So first, we will go to Stepan and John. You arrive at the house.
Can we describe the house?
Outside of.
Yeah. So you guys exchanged information. You have burner phones. Usual kit that you would bring. So it's a quaint house with a gravel driveway. The driveway is empty, even though there is a large oil stain in the middle of it. The house has a clearing of about 50 feet between it and the tree line in all directions. It doesn't have a satellite dish on top. It's really small, not uncomfortably small, but definitely a one-person home. The paint is starting to fade, but it's not peeling, and it's kind of this rustic brown. And the yard is well maintained, but looks like it hasn't been kept up in a couple weeks. With a small garden around the side.
I suppose
He's growing
those
herbs.
couple of weeks might be 2.
Yeah,
I'd like to pull my car around the back of the house if that's a thing that's possible.
you can absolutely do that,
Okay.
assuming there is not a slight incline.
Right. No, I get a good start on it.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll just make sure we chalk that car off. We don't want it to roll down once you get out.
There's this thing of the parking brake. That might work.
Gravel falls out of it.
Okay, so 1 story, 2 story,
Single story with an attic.
single story with an attic. Okay, well, from the back of the house, is there a door that leads into a garage? Not a garage, maybe like a back kitchen area or dining room.
There's a door on the front and there's a door on the back, and specifically no garage.
Specifically, no
No
garage.
attachments, no external storages.
So this
he's got a-
person's car is missing as well as himself.
With my alertness, I want to, or I guess alertness or search. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. Just a quick glance around, like the back of the place. Any tire tracks, anything like that.
What is your search?
My search is on my character sheet. 20, because it's by at minimum 20.
Because you do not have because it's not a guaranteed success, I'm going to have you roll a search.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind rolling a percentile.
98.
Okay, so you got 98 over 20. You do not find any tire tracks. You
Anywhere.
don't find
I don't
any
find my own tire
signs-
tracks.
You find your own tire tracks. You can't miss them. But it looks like a small herb garden. There's a wood pile on the other side of the house. And as far as you know, this place is completely abandoned.
I'm kind of like looking around and notice the herb garden is look like it's time to go. Ha 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 ha! Joke for me. Just
John, you look like you had something to say.
I would like to use my search and take a look at the doors, both the front and the back, and see if they were broken into.
Okay, what is your search?
My search is 40%.
Okay, I'm also gonna have you roll a search.
Oh, wait, fuck. $93.
93. So you also failed. It does not look like there has been a forced entry in any way. The doors are not broken. They're not ajar. Yeah, just looks like that the place has been locked up.
Okay. That is good to know.
It's unfortunate, is what it is.
What about the state of the house itself? Were there anything out of place? Looks like it was toppled over. Anything
back
that
door
looks like there was a struggle?
The back door is locked, but if you try the front door, that one swings open freely.
So the
Alright, I'll try
front
the-
door may be
It does not look damaged.
undamaged but open.
Yes.
So they could have just wandered out and then not came back.
insist upon, being out in the sticks as long as you have,
Mm-hmm.
as foolish as you might think it is, you know it's commonplace for small towns not to lock up everything when they're just running errands.
Yeah. Question though. Is there a shop? No garage, but is there a shop on the premises?
No.
Okay. Does not do his work here, probably.
Nope. You know that he has a shop on a separate location.
So I'll walk in to the front door or meet up with John. Those small town, very out in nowhere. It's common for not to lock front door because trust for just doing errands is hassle. Locks, I don't understand either. But parsley,
Well, thank you very much. I guess I will take a bit of herb, as this is the legal kind.
don't worry, it's not wacky weed. Please do not arrest me and beat me to death.
Parsley?
From the Herb Garden.
Mhm.
Okay, so front door, back door seems to be undamaged.
I'm going to go look through his papers.
Oh, that is a good idea. Yes.
Okay, so you guys walk inside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, we are inside at this point.
The house is very quaint. It's small. It's cozy. It's tidy but not clean. Like everything is in a place, but there's some extra glasses of water, and there's some mail that hasn't been tended to. So it's clean. It's orderly, but it's not. It's definitely lived in by a guy who lives by himself. Going through the papers, you don't see anything really out of the ordinary. The usual bills and magazines and
Yep.
coupons.
Specifically around the bills, I want to see does he have TV at all? Does he pay for cable? Does he subscribe? What kind of magazines does he subscribe to that are not just woodworking?
Is there a subscription to Pornhub?
He does not have a computer. He does not have a TV. He subscribes to a few magazines. One is a magazine that just puts out monthly updates for charities that need assistance.
I'm learning so much. Pornhub was a Canadian company founded in 2007.
There we go.
We're learning. My algorithm is fucked.
Yep. He also has a magazine subscription to Retired and Trending, which is a hobbyist magazine designed for the elderly.
Does he have AARP cards?
He does not have an AARP membership. He also does not have a bank account.
Magic mattress.
You check under the mattress and you find
A demon.
$2,000.
I win.
Score.
$2,000 of cash. Other than that, you don't find anything. Yep.
Question. On these missions.
Yes, you're allowed to keep the money
Okay.
as long as no one finds out.
Okay. I look around for my gung ho army man. Is he in the? Is he
I am
nearby?
following behind you just as I should.
Terrible. Terrible, you two.
This
Tell
is-
me, what is it that you want from me? I will help you as best I can.
I need you to go out to the front yard to look for bad guys.
I will go out to the front lawn and I will stand sentry.
There's down $2,000 in my sweatpants.
Speaking of front lawns, where did he keep his garden equipment? Where did he keep his lawnmower? Where did he keep all of the
It's
things
just
used to maintain his lawn if there is not a garage, a workshop, or
in
any
the
of the
back of
sort?
his kitchen.
He,
So in his kitchen, there is a chair next to the counter, where there's a very small space before it's the fridge and the oven. And the majority of the kitchen has the hand tools that he uses for the garden, and the lawnmower is propped up against the wall. And it looks like the blades in the chassis have recently been cleaned.
he kept his lawnmower in his kitchen? I really do not trust this man.
So I will come out
Uh,
from the bedroom.
you guys also find there are two hooks next to the front door.
Mhm.
One is labeled Old Bessie, and it is an empty hook, and another one labeled Shop, and it is also missing its key.
So we do know that he has a shop. And we do not know what old Bessie may be.
I would like to look through his mail for any evidence of like rental or mortgage statements for the shop or other properties he might have.
You don't find any like bank paperwork for it, but you do find a handwritten letter,
Mhm.
And it says, "Hey Klaus, we've got some extra blood oak that we can't work with. It's under our quality standards, but it's gorgeous wood, and I'm sure you can do something with it. So if you want, I can drop it off at your shop. Anything to help the kids. Do I still have the right directions? Because it's impossible to find that damn place. And then on the back, it has, go up this county road for this long, turn right at this.
I jot down the
street,
directions.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'll come out, and I'll hold up like $500 of cash. I don't think our friend intended to be gone too long. He left his bank.
That is a good instinct you have there, my friend.
I put it back in my pocket in front of him.
We all need our own travel expenses.
Yes,
Where did you get an address? Can we go there, or shall we try to find the other location that you
To say
found?
this place has address is thinking too narrowly. This place has a location.
Address, location, who's it, what's it, who even knows? Where are we going next? Do you want to go to the Obesi, or do you want to go to the shop?
I think old Bessie is probably his truck. I think it's probably we good to wait here until our other agents can meet us. We all go to shop together. I have a feeling truck, old man, and shop are all in the same place.
You know,
the
I will
camera
take
does a-
instruction from you, and I will follow your lead.
The camera does a quick cut, and it's zoomed in on Dr. Willow's face as she's riding in this. What kind of car was that again?
2007 Toyota
Yep.
Yaris.
2004. Oh wait, no, that was yours. Let's see.
Howard?
My car.
Howard and I were just gonna take the same vehicle.
Yeah. What is Howard's car again?
I believe it's a 2004 Hyundai Sonata.
That's what it is. And what's on the radio?
I think we turned the radio down because we were discussing what exactly we're doing. What we did for it.
Sick. You guys
Anyways,
have
here's
arrived in town?
Freebird.
Yeah. All the Led Zeppelin soundtrack. We're just getting our shit taken down real quick. So you guys arrive in town. You just start walking around town asking about Klaus, or what? How would you guys like to go about it?
In the briefing in the dossier had a couple places that he frequented, right?
Yeah, namely his hairstylist joint, the haircut place, which was with Joe in his basement. We could go check out there. I think the best place for us to begin is talking to his grandkids at Arts and Klaus.
The grandkids are specifically in Sacramento. Sorry, I think I forgot to mention
Oh.
that.
But the
We have
Arts
our
and Klaus
friends
was still in that town, though, right?
Arts and Klaus is in Sacramento,
Okay.
a few hours away.
Okay. So in that case, could start with.
The bar.
Is there any local toy shops, toy stores?
Yeah.
I pull out my phone. I start looking up local
Yeah, there's a local
vintage
drugstore.
boutiques and things.
There's a local drugstore that sells like odds and ends, like redneck flashlights, where it's a stick with a match taped to it.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's a Uper. That's a Uper lighter.
Wait, are you from Michigan?
What it is 100-year-old joke.
I lived in Michigan for a very long time.
I was born in Michigan,
My mind's telling me no.
but my body.
Someone turn on sing mode again on the.
Don't you fucking dare! Do not no.
I can do that.
I'll do
I
something.
can do that 20 times.
Do not fucking do that.
Jack, I can do that for an entire episode.
Daddy.
So yeah, you
Sing
find.
mode, word ban, no cursing. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Absolutely the fuck
So,
not.
yeah, you guys pop into one of these small drugstores, and yeah, nice lady behind the counter, kind of middle-aged. She's, oh, hi, haven't seen you around here before.
Hello, yes, we're new into town. Howard.
Oh, I could have guessed that. Look at the way you're dressed. It's all funny.
Howard's gonna walk up and be like,
No, Matt, I've had this conversation in Red Bluff.
No. I was gonna say disclaimer: the accent is accurate to rural Northern California.
Yeah.
Hey Siri,
There's a
start a
limited
timer
area.
for 5 minutes.
Your timer is set for 5 minutes.
ICM, you beast. Sorry,
So, yeah.
good thing you're not in the scene.
Right.
Uh,
So the accent is accurate.
Mhm.
Can confirm.
so
So is this shitty attitude.
So what brings you to our little small town here?
so
Howard?
yeah, I'm Howard. This is my associate, Willow. And,
Willow.
Oh, nice to meet you, Howard and Willow. I am Darlene.
oh, hi,
Nice to meet you, Darlene.
We're actually reporters from the Sacramento Bee, and we're here doing a story on Klaus Carver and his.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, do you know?
Oh, Klaus has finally made it. He does so much good for our community. Like we just love him around these parts.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Well, he's doing wonderful things, and that's why we're here. You mind if we ask you a few questions about that?
I mean, I don't mind, but I don't know how much help I can be. I'm nobody in this nobody little town.
But you know, it's more about setting the tone for who Howard is, how he interacts on his daily routines, and kind of building a bit of a character for the story. You know.
We want to learn about all the
Ru-
elves in our own modern Santa Claus's story.
So, remind me what both of your awarenesses are.
My awareness is a 40. Wait, alertness? You mean?
Yeah, alertness.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mine is 20. My human intelligence is 60, though.
I would like you both to roll alertness.
40%.
Okay, so 40 over 20.
She got 40 right on the button.
Was your skill 40?
Mine's 20.
Oh, 20.
Okay,
I think I got my search and my alertness mixed up in character creation.
gotcha.
I got a.
It's
I
not
got
too
a
late to
9
change it.
a
Yeah,
9
can I
on
change
the-
that?
Yeah, you can change it. You got a 9?
Yes. 9
Oh,
under-
Sid. Oh, yeah. The first successful roll of the game.
How bad is that?
All right. For the record,
Is that Darlene?
change alertness and search.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, go
Is
ahead.
that Darlene?
So, Howard, as Dr. Willow is kind of expanding with Darlene, you notice a woman kind of slip out the front door of the shop and pulling her hood up and kind of hustling down the street. Not very quickly, but with expeditious intent.
Okay. Did she look like a customer or an employee?
With the hood up, you assume a customer, even though there's not a uniform to speak of.
Okay, I'm just gonna politely. Oh, excuse me, Darlene. Do you have? Would you mind? I forgot my pad and pen out in the car. I will be right back. Willow, would you continue asking?
Oh, of course. Would it be all right with you two if I put on some makeup for this? I just want to feel a little bit prettier.
Absolutely. As I slowly back towards the door and try to keep an eye on the person with the hood, and kind of leave out and follow her for a bit.
Yeah, Darlene hobbles to the back. Or trundles, if you prefer.
What's
What
going on?
about skitters?
I kind of like whisper up front of him as we're walking out.
Yeah, so you guys walk out the front door?
Yeah.
Okay, you turn and you look and you see that person kind of look back and you see this grayish or graying blonde hair and this slender face kind of look back and look at you and then turn around the corner.
All right, same follow up around the corner.
Okay. I
And
follow.
then as I walk around the corner, I'll kind of do the side check, and then turn the other way, and have Willow kind of keep her eyes on her. You know, as it looks like I'm looking for something else.
Yeah, you poke your head around that corner and you see that figure kind of bent over slightly with a hand on the wall, and you can hear her just. Why'd you have to go and get old? Oh, this sucks.
I'm gonna I'll approach her and be like, "Oh, ma'am, are you okay?"
I don't want to be part of any stories or investigations or I don't want to. I don't know what happened to Howard, but I don't want to get hurt.
What do you mean?
Or
what
Klaus.
happened?
I meant Klaus. You're Howard.
Oh, man, no. You'd be like, "Something
I don't want Howard to get hurt.
Call an ambulance for you.
It will be painful.
It will be painful for you.
There you go.
That was good.
Oh well, I mean, did you know Howard, ma'am?
What do you mean?
You are Howard.
What do you mean?
Klaus.
What happened to Klaus? And what do you mean?
And I'm Howard.
So she looks around and she just look, every damn wall in this town has ears. I don't know where we can talk. I don't know what I can do to help. I don't even know if you're here to help. But if you know about Klaus, and are you trying to figure out what the hell happened to him?
Actually, ma'am, we're from the Sacramento Bee. We were just doing a story
Yeah.
about his toy shop.
Well, great. Great. Maybe you know what the hell to do. Pardon my language, but maybe you know what the hell you can do with this. And she hands you a torn piece of paper. And she goes, now, if you don't mind, leave me the hell out of whatever the hell is going on. And she just kind of old lady shuffles off.
I open the paper.
That was weird. What'd she give you?
You open the
I
paper.
go to open. Actually, I close and I say, "Let's go into the car." And I just kind of like hold it into my hand real quick.
Since we have burner phones, I'll text Howard and Willow that we know where his shop is and his truck's probably there too. Whenever it is appropriate to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
Let's say, wait, who did you text, Howard or Dr. Willow?
Both.
Okay. Your phones go off as you get into the car.
Yeah. Read the text.
Yeah. Also, weird 2008 question involving cellular devices. Were group chats a thing?
Yeah, just text.
Okay. As I read text, I just kind of compile it onto a singular group chat. for ease.
Definitely.
So you read the note? Or the torn piece of paper?
Open the.
Okay. It is just a torn corner. It's a very small piece of paper. It only has 4 words on it. It says, mistake, period. Herbie is alive.
There's no mention of a Herbie in the dossier anywhere, is there?
Correct.
Okay.
So as you guys read that note and respond to the text messages, the camera zooms out of the car, and we get a composite shot of our 4 agents, newly banded together, kind of sitting in their vehicles, trying to get the widgets and the gizmos to work in a whatever the hell that car was.
What, you talking about my Lada VAZ 2105?
Yep. And the camera flies over this small town, and you see people talking to each other and stopping on the street to help each other cross with groceries and catching up about the local events. And then you see the woman that gave you the piece of paper hurrying up her driveway. And she gets in the front door, and you hear it close and lock, and another lock, and another lock. And the camera moves slightly to the side to reveal what's on the side of the mailbox as Darlene Simmons.
Wait a minute.
And that's where we will see you next week.
Nice.
Wait, one fucking
Nope,
minute.
nope. Nope, he called it.
Oh, you son of a
Welcome to Delta Green.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Simmons.
Okay.
Or sorry, Diane, not Darlene. I'm getting my names
Okay,
mixed up.
thank you. That's why I was okay.
That is a better clarification. I was still like, what? But I like that too. It was so good.
What was the last name?
Simmons.
Simmons. Diane Simmons.
You ruined your cliffhanger there, bud.
I know.
It's fine.
I like D names too much.
We're good.
I like the D. What can I say?
Hey.
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 No, D.
D.
Hey, D.
Let me get a big D in chat.
D. Thanks, chat. Thanks for the D.
I'm cheating. I'm also chat.
Yeah.
Always.
All right, so that's the first session in the can. We haven't been canceled yet.
Hey. Love that.
Pilot. You got
We're
pilot.
broadcasting for 10 people. That means there's at least 2 of us are signed in twice.
Yay.
Signed in twice.
Who's got better accounts?
Burping it. Burping it.
Hold on, I have a quick favor to ask before we all go our own ways. Zach, is Walnut around?
Walnut is snuggling with Cody in bed.
That's fair. I'm not going to interrupt the nutsy cuddle. But I
Can't
bet
do
you
that.
we can have a Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie!
Is there pups or kids? It's pup. Oh God, it's a pup. Hi, puppies. Oh my God. Hello.
Charlie, come on.
Oh.
She doesn't want to. You're sleepy. I know. Come on.
It's past their bedtime. She only jumps on bed.
Come on.
Walnut.
Come here. Oh, come here, Goober. Oof. Hi. Hello. There she is.
I might be able to. I might be able,
Goodbye.
what time is it? 9:35. I might be able to get her. Hold on, 1 second.
Okay. If you get in trouble, it's not my fault.
Oh.
Bee.
Okay.
Hey, nobody's dead yet.
I have theories, motherfuckers. Are you ready? Sorry.
Or is this for the
Hold on.
post show?
Hold on.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I think you should wait until Zach comes back. I think we should take a quick fiver so that some of us can pee because we drink tea by the jug.
Oh, hello, little puppers. Just a little sake. Oh my god. You can go have a little. Oh no. Oh, give me a little slipper there. Just a little nut. Not a big nut, but a little nut.
Walnut, say hi
Nut's
to
so
everybody.
sassy.
Hey,
Nut is the
Walnut.
sassiest.
Come here. Give me kisses. No, Miss Nut. That was the cutest little nut.
What is up with it? Whenever we see animals, we instantly just go into high-pitched voices and just cutesy talk. But babies, it's
It's
like
because we have a soul.
shit.
Also, we don't like babies.
Don't.
That's true.
So, yeah, let's take Zach, if you wouldn't mind. Take a quick 5, and then if we want to get back together to discuss the session and discuss theories, I'm all about it.
Okay, I can stop the recording too.
Yep, good call.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching the very first episode of Delta Green, and
We're not dead yet.
RJ Wave. RJ Wave.
RJ Wave.
I'm
RJ Wave.
Wave more.
I'm
Hold
waving
on.
visually.
RJ Wave.
wave.
And
Ah!
physically. And verbally.
All right. Thank you everybody, and we will see you next time for more Delta Green. All right.